Hey ladies and gents, this is the Wiz coming at you with a look at the Thundercats. Well, one of the Thundercats at least. Yesterday, I got a package from Mattel, and I had elected to get the entire Thundercats release shipped to me at once, which I recommend because that saves quite a bit in shipping. I think it was $18 shipping, 18 and change for all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures. Don't know whether this is going to be it for the line or whether Super 7 is going to pick it up and run with the ball. I definitely hope they do. The cool thing about pre-ordering these in advance is I had actually forgotten all about it. So it was kind of a Christmas surprise. I didn't know what was in the box. I opened it up. I thought it was going to be, possibly some of the figures that I had ordered from Mattel during their vault sale. But no, it was the Thundercats. It was quite a pleasant surprise, like Santa Claus came early. So that was very, very cool. I got Mumm-Ra. I got Panthro. I got Lino. And I got Jackalman and Mumm-Ra. And a cool picture of him in the front. Mumm-Ra is the one that I am actually most excited about, and I want to look at now. I don't have time to look at these others before Christmas, but one of the reasons I'm excited about Mumm-Ra is because he's the one that has the most different look in the line. This is the exterior box, which is pretty fancy. Fancier than the mailers they've been using for Masters of the Universe, for sure, which are just like, recyclable, earth-friendly brown boxes like this, which is nice. But this here has a photo of Mumm-Ra's lair. I don't know too much about Thundercats because I didn't have a TV growing up. So, but I'm excited by this figure in particular because, who doesn't like an undead evil mummy? Looking at the packaging, I like it. It's sleek. I like this big window because you can put oversized figures in there and you can display them on card if you want. And you can see the whole thing, and their head is not obscured behind a logo or a banner or anything like that. So Mumm-Ra looks like he's got two capes. The front, of course, is the Sword of Omens. And it's got this sword coming up there. If we can see that. It's got that really cool art. Here's the bio telling all about Mumm-Ra. And he's obviously an iconically evil guy. Now, it's secured here by a tape on the side, which I'm going to take off. Probably should just go ahead and open that with my Mythic Legion's dagger. Because no matter how careful I am when I try to take off the tape like that, usually what ends up happening is it ruins the box. And I don't know if this box is collector friendly or not, but if it is, I don't want to mess it up. So, handy dandy Mythic Legion's dagger. I'm going to see if I can open it here and slide it out sideways. Nope. There we go. Yeah, it's somewhat collector friendly. Here's what it looks like in the clamshell. Or it's got an extra robe, which is cool. I'm not quite sure why. It's just to give it a different look. He's got extra hands and not totally collector friendly in that the figure is secured to the package with some of these plastic things. I don't know what they are. You usually see them attaching price tags to clothes. So it's not like you can just pull them out of the packaging and put them back in without anybody knowing that he's been taken out. But it's also got these clear rubber band thingies there. But you could probably still put him back in the package if you want to. And from the outside, it would look like he'd never been taken out. So this is Mumm-Ra with his first cape, where he's sort of showing off more of his bandages and his skinny little body. This goat staff, I don't know what it is. I didn't have a TV growing up, so I never watched Thundercats. So somebody's out there shaking their damn head at me because I don't know everything about Thundercats, but please bear with me. Okay, so he's a mummy. He's somewhat unwrapped. You can see his bluish skin and spindly legs and toes with, bad guys never cut their toenails, and they had not much for manicuring their fingernails or getting pedicures or anything like that, so they're all gnarly. Very, very cool sculpt. As far as articulation is concerned, it looks like it may be somewhat hampered by these bandages that are attached to the forearms, but I like that. It's kind of a cool effect. This guy's more of a magic user, I'm guessing, and is not going to be engaging in a lot of hand-to-hand combat, at least not in this form, in this iteration. So check the joints out. Nice and tight. Nice and tight at the ankle. What other joints does he have? Doesn't have a thigh swivel? No, he doesn't have a thigh swivel. His leg can go forward, his leg can go back. It's not really hampered by this soft, pliable plastic. Same with this side. Nice and stiff. He cannot do the splits, I don't think. Well, he can. I don't know why you'd have an ancient evil. He can do their splits a little bit, but that is hampered by the articulation. Looks to stand nicely, especially with the aid of the cape, which is like turning him into a tripod. Let me yank the cape off. I'm not sure if the head comes off. Oh, that's what if you take his cape off, he looks like an old lady that just got out of the shower. Granny. He's considerably less imposing. This will show that he would have full range of motion in his actual shoulders, but if he wasn't hampered by these ribbons, let me see here. I guess he can still go and do some Tai Chi and still get his arms up, wave them in the air like he doesn't care. He's got the wrist swivels. He's got nice hinges at the wrist as well, and the swivels. The head has very nice full range of motion, but I think people are going to want him skulking around in his cloak, so let's go ahead and change the cloak out and see what he looks like in this cape. You know what? I don't know if that's going to go through. I think I may have to remove Mumm-Ra's head and put it back on once the cloak is in place. Yeah. Alright. That's Mumm-Ra with his more skulking looking cloak. I think I prefer him with his other cloak that shows off more of the bandages and stuff, but your mileage may vary. See here, let me remove that. Obviously, with this, his hands are not going to go anywhere. They're not going to really do much. He's got one grasping hand for his staff, and the staff fits pretty loosely in there, but it's not really going to come out. And the other one looks like more of a spell casting hand, so that's going to be open. He's got a couple other accessories. This is my preferred cape. So I'm going to keep him in this cape. He's got a couple of other hands, which I'm not going to swap out. Well, maybe I will. I'll swap them out for you. And he's got this weird sort of, I don't know if this is an amulet or a magic something or another. Thundercats, please bear with me. Like I said, I don't really know what it is, but it's cool. It's basically 4 snakes intertwined, and I'm sure that has some relevance to the story. Let me see how easy it is to swap out his hands. Not easy at all. But the good thing I think would be that once you swap them out, they'll stay in there. The posts seem pretty sturdy and stiff plastic, so, which is good because the aperture is not that big. So let me see here. I want to make sure I don't break it, but yeah, there it goes, nice and stiff. Heck, I wish Masters of the Universe had swappable hands, Masters of the Universe Classics, and had these hinged wrists and stuff like that. So that's kind of a bit of an improvement from Mattel. Alright, that's Mumm-Ra. Those are his accessories. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope Super 7 takes this line under its wing and gives us more, especially Slythe, which is another character that looks very cool and fans would like to have. I like Mumm-Ra because he's different. He's not the muscle-bound, evil guy. He's skinnier. I forgot to test one thing. See if he has waist. He has a waist swivel, so probably should have checked that out earlier. He's got no ab crunch, but like I said, you're not going to have this old guy doing yoga or calisthenics. You're going to have him casting spells. All right, it's Is the Wiz signing off.